This is Project Everest, our flagship Arksen Unimog. This Mog started life in 1983 with the Australian Defence Force, and we've given it a second life. Let's take a look. We've done the extra cab conversion, full set of scrub bars, ladder that takes you all the way up to the roof rack on top. We've got a full-size spare up there with an electric crane, so you can bring it down in a heartbeat without any stress. So this is a ground-up restoration, nut and bolt all the way through, tons of upgrades. But this vehicle is all around capability. And we start here with the 20-inch Hutchinson beadlock rims. You can run these down to about 15 PSI quite easily without any risk to the tires, using our rapid tire inflation system on these massive 46.8-inch tires. Onboard tire inflation system, both sides, all four wheels, super simple. Pull it out, hook it up, off you go. So we're under the truck, escaping the Queensland sun. It's all about ground clearance under here. These Mogs are pretty remarkable. On the bigger wheels and tires, this is actually the lowest point. We've got the portal axles as standard, gives a ground clearance of around 20 inches, just over 50 centimeters. Up the front back here, we've got an approach angle of 48 degrees, which is unheard of, and at the back, 36. So if you want to go further, you need range. We've got two 260-litre fuel tanks, so that's about 135 US gallons all up. Range of around 1,500 miles or 2,500 kilometers. That would get you across the US with one fuel stop maybe, and you could traverse the Sahara north to south. Under the hood is the Mercedes-Benz OM352A 6-cylinder 5.7-litre turbo diesel. We've uprated that with a new intercooler, high-flow exhaust, and a modified fueling system. Excellent power and torque without any risk. Inside the cab is a remarkable place to be. Got a fabulous command seating position. We've got all of the original Mercedes-Benz interfaces and touch points, so the ergonomics are great. We've got our 8-speed forward and reverse gearbox, so 8 speeds with the shifter and then a forward reverse lever down here. Over here we've got the off-road controls, so moving from rear wheel drive, one click lock the center diff, second click lock the front and rear diffs for for ultimate off-road capability. One of the things I love about the Mog is the simplicity off-road. We've got all this, kind of all the ground clearance, all the physicals of it, but it's very much mechanical capability rather than electronic aids. If you're going uphill, you just pick the right gear and you let it crawl up. If you're going down a steep incline, just pick the same gear that you would to go up. Feet off the pedals, and just down here under my heel, you'll hear a little squeak, is the exhaust brake. So when we're going downhill, we just use the exhaust brake. We let the engine slow the speed, saves using the service brakes, no wear and tear, more importantly, no brake fade, much better control. So while everything down the bottom is carryover Mercedes-Benz, everything up top is new. So we've got lots of extra overhead storage. Up here we've got a panel of switches, so we've got auxiliary battery if we need it. We've got all the different controls for our exterior lighting systems, fuel gauges for both our left and right fuel tank, which is switchable, and the controls for our full-length overhead AC system, which is pretty nice on a day like today. In the center here, up top, we've got the Polaris Max head unit. Pretty awesome system, full connectivity to both Apple and Android. So you've got all your navigation, everything. It also connects to the rear view camera for reversing and to make things easier. And we can set it up with a full set of 360-degree cameras to give you visibility all around the vehicle. Also hook that up to a DVR so that you've got full oversight of what's happening to your vehicle when you ship it overseas or leave it for an extended period. Accessing the cab super simple with the triple step setup. Straight into our Isri Air Ride seats, which are amazingly comfortable for the longest of journeys. These ones are trimmed in silicone leather, but we can do leather or anything else you like. We've got a full Doka, which is Unimog double cab, rear set of bench seats. You've got 4 seat belts back there. It's actually, we've got this one trimmed for 3 because it's very rare that people actually have 4 in the back there. But the belts give you the flexibility to have 3 or 4. USB connections, storage, AC runs to the back, as I've said. Bags of foot space and a really easy walk through the middle seats here to get in. Rear windows open fully, same as the front. It's our outdoor kitchen, complements the full kitchen indoors. Everything you need for a summer evening outside. Decent sized workbench, sink, little space for all your outdoor goodies. Barbecue grill here. You can also drop your induction hob onto the bench. So at the back here in this hatch, where we have our water fill and we have our outdoor shower. So here we are in the back in our Expedition body. I hope the first thing that strikes you is that this feels very different from a traditional Expedition camper. We've tried to bring the design thinking and the design value from our marine business to bear. And for us, design value means you shouldn't have to compromise on the way a place makes you feel just because of the function that you need. So this space is very carefully curated in terms of colors, materials, finishes. Not just such that everything remains white clean and we've got outdoor marine grade fabrics, but it's the way it makes you feel, which means it's a really nice place to be for extended periods. So it feels a lot bigger than it actually is. It's a great place to be with a family. This dinette, for example, will comfortably sit 4 to 5. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to relax. This turns into a double bed, and then we have a queen bed that drops from the ceiling with this layout. So you can sleep 4 in here pretty comfortably. So everything is spec'd and designed for comfort, whether you're on the road for extended periods or indeed off grid. So all of our windows are KTC, super high end, with integrated bug screens and blackout blinds. Same is true for the roof hatch. We even have a full length bug screen on the door system. We have an overhead Dometic AC system to keep you cool, and we have a diesel fuel heater to keep you warm. We've got all the power you could possibly need. We've got a 400 amp hour custom lithium EnerDrive battery system, which is fed either through our 100 amp 24 volt alternator on the engine with CNC machine pulley and brackets, or through the 880 watts of solar that are sitting on the roof. So everything on board is controlled through the custom C-Zone system, which has the ability to control everything from lighting to the power table, to the power beds, to the fans, to the infotainment, to the 880 watt solar system, which runs the 400 amp hour lithium battery system. But critically, you can move it between a number of simple modes. So you can go from travel mode, where most of the stuff is switched off, to camp mode, where everything you would need during the day is ready to go, to sleep mode, and even to a couple of different storage modes. So you can keep the things you need primed running and have everything else shut down. On board, we've got pretty much everything you could ever need. We've got 280 litres of fresh water with an external fill and drain, and we've also got an inline bacteria eliminating filter. We can actually fit a desalination tank if you need more than that. And we've got a 75 litre grey water tank as well. We've got around 340 litres of dedicated cupboard and storage space in the kitchen, with buckets of additional storage for bedding and other things that you might need behind the dinette seating. So here we are in our full-sized, fully appointed kitchen. Everything's in a beautiful signal black and pigeon blue in this particular vehicle. We have full-sized fridge freezer for everything you want to bring with you, microwave come oven integrated at the top here. Stainless steel sink in the corner. And in this vehicle we have a white Corian worktop, which is just beautiful. If you flip up the extension across the door, gives you a really large and very flexible working space. And flexibility is really important to us. So rather than dedicating a space for a hob, what we have is we have an induction hob in the drawer. You can drop out on the worktop here when you're cooking, put it away when you're not, and equally you can use it with the outdoor barbecue kitchen as well. Cabinetry is all aluminium. This is in signal black, complementing this beautiful pigeon blue that we have on the walls and the cabinet frames, and everything is kept securely in place while you're on the road with marine grade latches. So through this door we have our full wet room. Glass door to let lots of light in, window, overhead lighting. Pigeon blue continues in here. We have our shower, of course, to keep you clean. Full vanity unit for your bits and pieces. Drop down stainless steel sink to maximize use of space. And of course, the toilet. So here we are in camp mode or sleep mode. We've dropped the queen bed on top, super comfy, and we've converted the dinette to a double bed down below. So family of 4 can sleep in absolute comfort here. Plenty of room. Of course, you can leave the dinette ready to go if there's just 2 of you on the road, and you can drop this bed in seconds. You can leave all the bedding on, push it up to the ceiling.